Hi, this is Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. Today we're going to take a look at this application here. We have a residential application, and you can see that there's a nice structure here. There's a nice windbreak back here along this hedge, and a nice tree back here. So those are all things that can help with reducing wind movement. However, on the right side over here, we see that they're up on a hillside. Generally what happens is when it's, let's say, a breezy day, the wind comes up over the edge and it actually compresses as it goes up over the hillside and becomes kind of a stronger amount of air movement as it reaches this ledge over here. And so that's something we want to be concerned about. If this is a windy area, then of course we want to consider electric heaters for that purpose alone. Gas heaters, they have a flame that produces the infrared light wave, and the flame will blow around and not be as efficient during those windy conditions, whereas an electric heater is 100% efficient even in the windiest times. So that's something to think about. So let's just go ahead and go right into the drawing. So the drawing here I have, you can see that I've placed my seating a little bit differently than that was in the image there. But let's go ahead and just look at the dimensions very quickly. So these posts here, I have 20 feet and a half, and then the outside edge of the structure is 24 feet. And then of course the post to post here I have 1810 and 2210 outside edges. My height from the lower slab I have it at 10 feet. We could take off 8 inches roughly for this raised portion here. So, and then the upper edge I have at 11. And again, removing the 8 if we want to calculate that part of it in. So let's remove that. And we'll go first into, if we were going to do gas heaters, then this would be my recommended height here. And so you can see here I have 4 of the 34,000 BTU units. You could also use a TSH model. TSH will give you the ability to reduce it to 25,000 BTUs or go with the full 34,000 BTUs. Now, one issue that we do need to address is, first of all, we have to keep that 18 inches of clearance here. And, you know, I could put the units over here as well, but I'm not going to be able to spread that heat this direction as far as I'd want to. So that's why I chose this location. Also, because they're gas heaters, the gases will, you know, evacuate from the heater itself. And there's a little vent here and vent over here, and it goes up into this void area ceiling. And we want to make sure that we evacuate the exhaust gases. So I recommend using something like an O'Hagan attic vent. It's a cloaked attic vent. It allows the gases to be released into the atmosphere without compromising really the look of the overall structure. I have it on this side here, but obviously you can place it on any one of the 4 sides that you choose best. So this is the back side, probably would be better over there, but this is just a example. So in any case, the ray, you can see with this footprint, we have a really good coverage. A little bit of a miss right here, but overall you can see that this whole entire patio is 95% covered here. So that would be a good application there. Now if you wanted to go with just 2 heaters instead of the 4 units, you can see that the coverage is still fairly well. It's still placed in the same position. You still need to have that vent location, but you know, the coverage is pretty good. I'd say, you know, I don't know if this is a seating little stoop over here, but definitely the majority of the spaces that might be occupied would be covered. So that would be 2 34s again, or TSH heaters. So another thing too is, this structure obviously was already built. You have seen the image there. Not sure if there's the availability of electric, so sometimes gas is available easier, and in that case, gas might be the only option you have. So, but let's go ahead and look at what electric heaters would look like. So these are the CD 6024 6000 watt 240 volt heaters. I have them at approximately 30-degree tilt. We need to maintain a 6-inch clearance back here, and you can see with these heaters, you got a nice coverage, even though that you can see here the space right here is not really covered, or that's not the preferred or optimal rather amount of heat. You have this crossover that doubles that up and makes that really comfortable for that application here. So there's the 4 units, and it has a really nice coverage as well. Now the brackets don't allow you to turn it any more than what they are, so if you wanted to change this angle a little bit more, you'd have to do a custom made bracket to allow you to change this angle up here, and bring the heater out a little bit further so you can change the angle and still maintain those 6 inches of clearance. There's no vent needed in this application, and again, the wind doesn't affect these electric heaters whatsoever. So the last idea would be having just 2 units, and those 2 units you can see has a fairly well coverage. It's a little bit less than the gas heaters, but really not that much less. I just have them placed centered in the room, and that's a fairly well coverage as well. Now the CD dual element units, you could either switch them on a control system, or you can individually switch the bulbs. So this would be 3000 watts each bulb, and you could easily just turn one bulb on, one bulb off, have 2 on over here, 1 on over here, or 1 and 1, or all 4 bulbs on at the same time. And the same case is true with the having the 4 units up here as well. So there you have it. If you're looking for some help with your outdoor heating application, feel free to give us a call. I'm Steve from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. You can just email us your request at support@patioheat.com. Thank you and have a great day.